Now, continuing the theme of looking at the original census records on Ancestry, I've got the 1861 census for England here for Agnes Barnes, my 3 times great grandmother. Now, the first thing you can see when I've come into this, it's really not great quality. So there's a couple of things I can do in the Ancestry viewer. If I come up to here, press the spanner or wrench icon, I can try inverting the colors. Now that is maybe a little bit easier to read. It's still not great. And I can also then press the person icon, as we know, to support that. Now I'm starting to see straight away there's quite a few typos here, right? Nicole's, Agnes with double S. Okay, so maybe somebody's had an off day when they were transcribing this, but let's see. And okay, so I can see from a scroll they're about halfway down. So now John Barnes is the head and Agnes is his wife. Okay, I start to see why we've got the typos. That is really quite difficult to read. But I can see instantly 13 Broad Street. So what I'd like to do here is just to get an idea, go straight into Google Maps, type in 13 Broad Street, Ilfracombe. And now it's come out the picture here. Is it the 14th century building or is it the amusement arcade? I think it's the amusement arcade, because if I look, okay, I can see the Broad Street sign. If I pull it back, they got a straight shot through there to the harbour. And so this would have been their house. It's always good to have that view of what you're looking at. It's a little bit sad to see that a family home is now, the ground floor at least, is like an amusement arcade. And it's a little bit sad, but anyway. So let's go back. So I've got 13 Broad Street. John Barnes' head, 40. Grocer, his wife, Agnes, was 41. Really, that must say married, otherwise you can't really see it. And so then down here we've got the children. Okay. Yeah, all right. I start to see why we've got typos. Nicholas Barnes, son 11. William, son 7. Now I can't read that, so let's have a look. Mary Elizabeth. Okay, yep, great. And the ditto sign, daughter 3. Anne Barnes, daughter, age 1. Okay. And he was a grocer. Nobody else has got an occupation. So for Agnes, that makes sense. She's married. But here, first problem. In all the other censuses, Agnes is listed as having been born in Padstow in Cornwall. This is Ilfracombe in Devon. And what they've done here, we've got a bit of a lazy scribe or enumerator, I believe they were called. You can see you've got Devon, Barnstable, and then you've got the ditto shorthand Ilfracombe. They haven't bothered to check. So this is where censuses can lead you astray if you're not careful. I know all the other censuses say Agnes was born in Padstow, so I'm sure about that. And I can find a birth certificate, or birth record I should say, to confirm it. But in this case, I'm just going to ignore this one and not pay any notice to it because it's outweighed like 7 to 1. So, all dittos. Okay. An interesting thing to note about this is that we've got actually the street and house number, whereas in the 1871 census we had the name of the house, and I'm pretty sure it's the actual same building. So if you keep working back through the same person, that will help you then to confirm certain things, because in the 1871 it was called Cornwall House. And that's where that deep focus in one line of your family tree can really help, because you just start to notice things much more quickly than if you're spread out and you're just picking at different bits. Another thing to do before I go from this is also to make sure I'm adding it to someone else. So let's say I've got Agnes here. If I click on John, her husband, I press save the person in your tree. football fans may note, John Barnes, yep, okay, famous footballer for England. 1821 to 1879, that's him. Okay, so let's save it to him and just saves that time coming back in. Again, we've got the usual view here to add them as we go. Okay, nothing new to add there, it's all included. And okay, I can add it for Agnes, but I'm not going to overwrite because I'm happy with those. Nicholas, I can add it there. It starts then to find all the other family members, and these are all people known to me. And there's my great-great-grandmother as well. As you can see, I've got the photo of her. Anne Barnes, or Anne Blackmore Barnes. And it's really smart, it's really helpful to make that. Now check out my next video in this series here, and I'll see you there.